Hi everyone, Jay Winter here from the Iowa Quiz Bowl League, and we've got the tutorial here for the neg5 software. This is a pretty easy package to use. So once you log in on the neg5.org screen and select your tournament, what you want to do next is click on the Scoresheet part up here at the top. And that takes you to the screen that you see right now. And in this screen, you will be able to select your teams for competition. So you might want to select Waukee for one and Valley for the other, and those come up on drop-down menus. And now, as you can see, you get a nice big picture of what's going on here in the game at any point in time. You've got a complete score sheet to the right. You've got all the players that have hopefully been typed in. Now, during the first round, most moderators at some of the IQBL tournaments that we will do will receive a roster sheet, and in this space right here is where you will type in the names of each player and just add them in manually during the first round. So once you get that all set, the next thing you're going to want to do is to come down a little bit on your browser. Let me get the right tool here. And when you see that you can scroll down, you'll notice you've got complete rosters for both teams. Now, if you don't have the right players in the match, this isn't a problem. What you need to do is get those right players in the match. So let's say for Waukee that Alex is not starting, but Miranda is. So what I will do is I will come and just simply click on Alex, and then that little green bar that was to his left disappears. And if I wanted to select Miranda, I could certainly do that. And just tap on Miranda, and now you see that the green appeared next to her name, so now she's in the game. Another thing that you can do with this particular situation is you can scroll back up here, and now if you come over, you can organize the team just by clicking up or down. It's kind of hard to see because it's not going to pop up here, but you could rearrange by clicking down arrows and up arrows, so that way the players are in some logical order for you. So maybe Ben's closest to the captain, and then Jake, and then maybe Jason's closest, and you want to move Miranda down a little bit, which you could certainly do. And the way you do that, bear with me here, I'm still learning this little browser trick. Maybe you want to move Miranda down, and you can certainly do that, or Miranda up rather, and switch those two players just that easily. It doesn't take much to do it. Okay? So let me get back into the score sheet here, and now we're reading toss-up number 1, and all of a sudden we get a ring in, and Mark from Valley picks it up, and it's worth 10 points. So you will go to the 10-point part for Mark right here, and when you go to do that, you'll tap on it, and then now you'll see the bonus parts come up for Valley. And over here off to the right, you'll notice that Valley's got a score of 10 points in the total. So let's just say that Valley gets the first 2 parts right, but misses the third. So you'll give them credit by just tapping on those 2 panels for part 1 and part 2, those 2 buttons, and then you hit next. And now you're down to toss-up number 2, and we're back to the toss-up screen again. So toss-up number 2 is being read, and let's just say that Jake buzzes in and gets a power on it. So you will come over here to where Jake has a 15-point button and tap on that. And you will notice that once again the bonus things come up for Waukee right here. Now, if we are doing a tournament where bonuses rebound, you'll see an option for the other team to pick up a steal. But keep in mind that it will always tell you who gets the bonus first, and then that way you can tap in, and let's just say that Waukee sweeps the bonus. And now we're on to the next question. And now we have a score of Waukee 45 and Valley 30. And you can keep going on like this. So we're going to go ahead and play toss-up number 3 now. And we're going to say that Ben picks this one up for Waukee, but they only get 1 part on the bonus. That's just part 1. So we'll hit next again. And we can keep going in this regard. And now we're going to have Gabe buzz in, but unfortunately Gabe is going to hit a neg. he's going to get -5 for interrupting the moderator before the toss-up was done. So we're going to go ahead and hit neg. Now you can undo it, obviously, as you see right here, but you only want to do that in the right circumstance. At least this gives you the opportunity to back up if you make a mistake. So it shuts out Valley, and then let's just say that nobody on Waukee gets it right either. So you want to slide down here to where it says dead toss-up / next toss-up, and you can just click on that button, and that's going to rule the question dead. And you see it moves down a toss-up. Now we're on toss-up number 5, and you'll be able to tell which toss-up you're on by watching the green line here on the scorecard off to the right. And no change in the score, still 65-25. And now we're on to toss-up 5, and let's just say that Gabe buzzes in and redeems himself, and this time gets a power. And Valley gets parts 1 and 3 correct. And now we're at 65-60. Okay, so the game continues, and Miranda gets in the act and gets a toss-up, and Waukee will sweep the bonus and do very well. And you just continue in this regard, and if you need to sub at halftime, you already know how to do that by coming down here and swapping out players. Maybe Alex comes in for Miranda at halftime, so you click on Miranda, she's out, Alex is in, and then when you go back up here, you'll notice that Alex is now in the game. And again, you can switch out players and change the order so that way you're comfortable with where they're sitting and makes it easy for you. All right. Another feature I want to point out is the back one cycle, which is right here. If you make a mistake on scoring, you have to go backwards. The only problem is that you'll have to go backwards to the spot where you made the mistake. So if you're on toss-up 10 and you made a mistake scoring toss-up number 6, you're going to have to go back to toss-up number 6 and keep pressing back one cycle until you get there. And then you'll be able to correct your mistake, and then you'll have to re-enter everything else to get back to that particular spot where you were in the match. All right, so we're going to continue on here with maybe one more toss-up option, and play a couple more and see what happens. So Alex buzzes in and gets a 10-point toss-up. Waukee gets 2 on the bonus. And now the score you can see is 135 for Waukee, and Valley has 60. All right, Gabe buzzes in. A couple of parts for Valley after a power for Gabe. And now things are getting interesting. And then on toss-up 9, Mark buzzes in and they sweep the bonus, and kaboom, we've got a tie game. So we'll keep playing toss-ups until the end, until somebody gets a score change here. And that score change comes from Jason. He's going to pick up a power, and Waukee is going to win the match because on a power there is no bonus, and that's just that. So 150-135 is the final. Now when you're done with a match, you have to come all the way down here to the bottom of the scorecard where it says View and Submit Match Information. And when you click on that particular button, another box pops up. And it is very important that you do the following things. You want to make sure that you, first of all, select the round number. So maybe this is round number 2 of the tournament, so you want to type that in. Then you want to type in your room number. Say it's room 602, where this is being played. And then you want to type in your last name as a moderator. And since it's really a packet number, you want to do that. Don't worry about putting a serial ID in here. Only do that if the tournament director asks you to do so. And then the last thing that you want to do is you want to clear this red box by setting a phase. And we'll select the default phase. Most tournaments will have 2 phases, a preliminary and a playoffs. And your tournament director will tell you which one to select at that point. Now the last thing you want to do is notes. And in here, maybe there was a protest. On toss-up number 3. And that might be something that you need to note. Or maybe there's like an error in the scoring that you didn't get a chance to correct. Like maybe you gave one too many bonus parts. That could be fixed by the tournament director on their end. So once you have all of that information set, you want to go ahead and hit Submit Match. and it has been submitted. Now, if you hit that button and realize, oh boy, I made a boo-boo, I better fix it, you can hit revert submission if you want to do that. Now you can go ahead and hit close, and you still are on this score sheet right here from the previous match, so to get a new one, all you do is click on new score sheet, and you're back to starting all over again. Alright, so I hope this was a good tutorial for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions at all, please go ahead and ask your tournament director if they're using this software on this particular day. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at Iowa Quiz Bowl League events throughout the course of this year.